Am I wrong for defending myself with my sister after taking legal custody of my nephew? My husband, who is 30 years old, and I, also 30, won legal custody of my nephew Keon, who is 15, in June. Since September 2022, Keon had been living with us on and off. It started out with the intent to be temporary, but my sister would take Keon back and then send him to live with us again. She'd visit him frequently at times and then go weeks without any contact. She'd vent to me about it. Then she'd complain that we weren't fulfilling our end of the agreement. Since September 2022, Keon had been living with us on and off. It started out with the intent to be temporary, but my sister would take Keon back and then send him to live with us again. She'd visit him frequently at times and then go weeks without any contact. She'd vent to me about it. Then she'd complain that we weren't fulfilling our end of the agreement. Keon wanted to stay with me, my husband, and our children. We knew it wasn't good for Keon to have the back and forth and inconsistency. We knew he wanted to be with us. So we asked the courts to give us legal custody instead of having a family agreement going on. Even during court proceedings, my sister would take Keon back and then send him to us again. A therapist was involved, someone from CPS, and they ultimately decided my husband and I should have custody. Keon is my sister's oldest child. She had him with her late husband, Sean. Sean died when Keon was 5. When Keon was 7, my sister met her second husband, and she married him about 18 months after they first met. She now has more children with her second husband. Keon was distant with them from the start. He was civil to my sister's husband, but also expressed that he didn't want his mom to get married again. My sister chose to ignore it at the time and convinced herself that Keon would come around and would love having a dad in the house again. He was disinterested in his younger half-siblings from the start, and it was only when my sister read some homework Keon had done and had answered a question with "I don't have siblings" she started to take it seriously. My sister decided they needed family therapy. Keon was open that he didn't have any feelings for his half-siblings or stepdad. He hated spending time with them and wished it could be just him and his parents again. They had some homework to do. Keon's honesty during the homework, that he would never treasure memories with his half-siblings, was when my sister first asked us to take him in. She wanted him to work on that. She hoped distance would make him realize he did care or would make him more willing to try. But it didn't, it hasn't. He likes not seeing them. He likes seeing my sister, misses her, and gets upset when he doesn't, but he has never once missed his stepdad or half-siblings. My sister is furious we went for legal custody and even more furious that we won. She asked how I could do that, and I told her we had spoken about the upheaval not being good for anyone. But she was still back and forth with Keon. I told her I had to put him first when she was making his life so unstable. She asked how I could defend myself when I made sure Keon can't reconcile with them now. I told her she could still see him, the judge even said it, and she could always work on committing to him. She said I was punishing her just as much as Keon is, and she'll never forgive me for it. Am I wrong for wanting Keon to have a stable home life? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's discuss it.